I'm Roland Lajoie. We are in the midst of May Mental Health Awareness Month, and over the last many years, we have teamed up with Lamoille County Mental Health Services to bring light to Mental Health Awareness Month. And we chat with some folks from mental health every Lamoille County Mental Health every Tuesday morning, and talk about some of the aspects of what they do. And we have Katina Idol with us this morning. She is the school-based mental health coordinator at Lamoille County Mental Health. Well, thanks for coming on this morning, Katina.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, so talk about what you do as a school-based mental health coordinator.
Well, I love my job. And what I do is I coordinate and I team with our local school districts in providing contracted mental health services to students in schools. So we currently contract with all three of our districts, Lamoille North, Lamoille South, and Orleans South. And we have 9 school-based clinicians, master-level clinicians, supporting students and families in schools.
So what do these school-based clinicians do?
They provide one-on-one check-ins, one-on-one supportive counseling sessions. They provide group support, peer support, and communication, some psychoeducational groups. They do staff support, administration support, and family support. So the short version is they are there to help provide kids the ability to work on and be able to be most successful as students and as friends and community members.
Now, do you collaborate with each individual school or just with the school districts themselves?
Well, from the top down. We collaborate with the districts and then with individual schools as well. So we work with Lamoille Union High School, we work with Hazen Union, we work with Craftsbury, we work with Hardwick Elementary, we work with Woodbury Elementary, we work with East Meadow School, our therapeutic school here in Morrisville. We work with the Triple E program, Morrisville Elementary School, Stowe Elementary School, Stowe Middle School, and PA and PA Middle Level.
Wow. So the work that you do is all is it from it's elementary right up through high school. Then that's what you're and but of course with as you know probably better than most of us that with the schools all closed, or at least not I mean closed, their buildings are closed, but learning is still continuing. This has probably made the job a little bit more challenging for all the clinicians.
What has been really interesting about this has been how seamless, from March 18th, when the schools dismissed from the building sites, is how seamless it's been to work with the schools to go right to a telehealth platform for students and families. So right as of March 18th, we went right to work confidential cell phones so that students and families and staff can text or call to speak with a clinician, as well as using the video platforms like Zoom or Google Meet to have a telehealth appointment. So I would say, except for the areas where we know people are struggling with internet connectivity, right, in the very rural and remote areas where we know that's a problem, we've been able to continue to provide the same level of supports to all of our students in the schools.
But it's probably been kind of more challenging for those who don't have consistent internet service, though, right?
Very much so.
Yeah.
And so there has been a large community effort and teaming with the schools and with the agency itself to how do we help support those families. So I know that the schools have given all devices, to kids to do this remote learning, and being able to help them access the internet either through hotspots or through sometimes with phone cards so at least they could be on the phone if they can't do it online, how to check in and make sure families and students are being able to receive the support they need. I'd say what we've seen is with this time with COVID-19, it has increased anxiety and depression. This is a very difficult time for everyone.
Right.
But I'd say that if I could put a silver lining on it, it would be the increased engagement with families. Now that kids are at home, doing school at home, there's been more relationship building with families in our area and how to support them. A lot of parents are asking for support around how do I work with my kid all day? How do I help support them engage in this online learning? How do I help them when they can't see their friends as much?
Right. I think that's a real big social problem, isn't it? I've noticed that you wouldn't think that, but the kids. I mean, part of the learning process is actually interacting with other students and friends for that matter, and it's just been kind of cut off. I guess you have to kind of improvise. I know some students kind of get together kind of on a social distancing way of just getting together as a group, but socially distance apart. And have you noticed that some students have been trying to do that with the support of their parents?
I would say the way that we work with the families right now is we are creating social group hangouts online through the Google or the Zoom platform, so people can see each other and talk to each other. So that's one way we've been helping to support, is doing some group work. But it's everybody's trying to do the best that they can to stay safe for themselves and their families.
Well,
so different families have different ways of doing that.
Right. Well, we can be very thankful that this whole ordeal happened during this time, that we got great technology, and especially this Zoom that just seemed to come out of nowhere, and now it seems like it's being used by everybody now. So
it does. I mean, I think the technology does help us stay in connection, and I do know that all the clinicians actually miss the in-person. I think the kids do, and the staff at the schools do. And that is hard. It's not the same, right? You don't get that same in-person feeling. But I have had a lot of great feedback from the schools and from the families about just how important it is to be able to have that check-in time.
Yeah.
Where you can be in connection with somebody.
Well, it's probably the next best thing. I mean, other than that, back in the day, of course, then it was just, telephones, and of course you just don't get not quite the same as seeing somebody on the screen. Obviously, it's not as, like you said, it's not as good as being in person, but it is at least it does provide some interaction. So that does make a difference. All right, and to find out more about the programs that happen at Lamoille County Mental Health Services, including the clinician services, you can contact Lamoille County Mental Health. And your main number at Mental Health Services?
888-5026.
Okay, and I know the website is very easy to remember.
Yes, and if you go on the website soon, you'll see that there's a parent support line that we are putting together. So parents who are feeling a little overwhelmed during this time, that will be up and running, hopefully by the end of the week.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that's a great resource. And it's lamoille.org, which is the website for Lamoille County Mental Health Services. Great information, Katina. Thanks for being with us this morning, and best of luck through the rest of the school year as well.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Katina. Take care. All right, that's Katina Idol, who is the school-based mental health coordinator for Lamoille County Mental Health. And again, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and every Tuesday we get together with folks from Lamoille County Mental Health Services. And we will wrap up our series next Tuesday at this time.